You still have value.
Yes.
You still have visions. You still have dreams,
Yes.
and they're important.
Yes.
And there are other women out there who need what you have.
Mm-hmm.
A safe space starts with yourself. I saw a lot of women in their families. They had their families, but a lot of them sacrificed themselves for their families. And there was nothing left for them.
Okay.
So I saw women bringing their children to school, picking them up. They were giving everything to their families, but they themselves were an empty shell. You are not what people have said you are. You are not the negatives that you've experienced. Preserve the marriage, but then what happens to you? So you have to preserve you first.
Welcome to InHerSpacePodcast, a safe space for raw and real conversations with women who have walked in those shoes. Unfiltered experiences makes it her space. Hosted by yours truly, Ivy Ekong. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of InHerSpacePodcast. My guest here today is one that you will really love her journey, and she has shown that your life can actually begin after 40 or at 40 or at 20 or at 30, whenever, and you don't really have to rush through life, and just, you can have a meaningful life really at any age. If you are not following us, go ahead and give us a like and follow, and follow us on our social media, InHerSpacePodcast. On YouTube, it's InHerSpacePod. We also are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere else that you listen to your podcast. So without further ado, let's begin. I was over 40 when I started over, and I've never felt more alive. Yes, you heard that right. This episode is one that you want to watch till the end. Today's episode of InHerSpacePodcast, we have my beautiful friend here. Her name is Jenny Allen. Jenny is a London-based certified life coach, Christian blogger, and passionate advocate for women's emotional and spiritual needs. With over 25 years in education and of service supporting vulnerable women, Jenny now empowers women to rebuild their confidence, rediscover their worth, and step boldly into their God-given purpose. I was drawn to interview Jenny, who also is my longtime friend, because of the genuine support she gives women through her coaching program. Jenny has been a great friend to me, and she's one of the most supportive women that I know. Yes, you are, Jenny. She's a true definition of women supporting women. So I had to have her here. I've known Jenny for so long now. And even though we don't see each other all the time, her support and her love is always felt every single day. So Jenny, I am so glad to have you here. How are you?
I'm very excited, Ivy. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
I'm so excited and thrilled, and it's an honor to be here, honestly.
Honestly, I think I'm actually more excited because this is like we haven't seen each other for a while.
Long time.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah,
so it's so good to have you here.
Yeah.
Relax, and we'll just chat through everything. Sure. And I know that you have a lot to offer a lot of our listeners. And even though you're able to reach one or two people through this podcast, you would have done your job.
Yeah.
So our first question, which I usually ask everyone, is what does having a safe space mean to you?
Wow. Having a safe space means I feel protected. I feel that a safe space is where I'm valued, where I'm appreciated.
Yeah.
A safe space for me means that I can love on me and not always depend on validation from outside.
Yes.
So a safe space means that I first of all have to validate me, because not everybody that you encounter is going to validate you.
Absolutely.
So you have to get the validation from somewhere. Also, my faith plays a very important part for me, because I'm a Christian, so I get a lot of validation from there. But it's important that a safe space starts with yourself. Because if you're looking for other people to give you safe space, it may never come.
Yes.
So you have to start working on you. So that's what it means.
Okay. I think that's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. Okay. So take us back to what led you to starting Heart of Refuge, which is your coaching program that you do for women. How did that come about?
Oh, this is a long story, because when I was younger, I'll give you a little bit of the beginning. When I was younger, I had a very profound stutter, and it affected, and I still stutter now.
Really?
But I
didn't know.
Yeah, but I've learned to change the words around so that people don't pick it up.
Okay.
So I had a very profound stutter, but I knew that God wanted me to speak to women. So I would have to find some way of overcoming the fear, because the stutter affected my self-esteem, my confidence, it affected a lot. And I had to find some way to break that barrier. So I started on Periscope. I don't know if you remember Periscope, live streaming.
Yes.
So I threw myself in at the deep end with live streaming, and it was like sink or swim kind of thing.
Wow.
And slowly I began to build that up. But the Lord gave me Heart of Refuge quite a number of years ago, but I was in my early 30s then, because I'm 60 now. And it was to help women, and I'm to use my own experience and journey as a woman to empower others. So I had the name Heart of Refuge, and I started to build it from, I didn't do anything with the name for a while, because I had to work on me before I was in a position to extend that help to others.
Oh, yes.
So I began to work on me. I had the name, I didn't do anything with it. And then I started a blog, and I was blogging quite a lot back then, maybe around about 2012, 2013, 2010, I was blogging a lot. And then I felt the nudge to move on to YouTube, and I was petrified, because then again, I'm thinking about my speech.
Yes.
But I did that. I did it anyway. So despite the challenges and the personal struggles with some stuff, I decided to do it anyway, because I know that's what God was telling me to do. And also as well, I was coaching women and not realizing that I was doing it, because women would always come to me with their issues.
Yes.
As something about me attracted them to me. And I'll be talking to them, I'll be encouraging them, I'll be helping them. And then when they put into action what we shared, it would work for them. And then I developed a program, a small program. And then I had about 3 workshops before COVID hit, when everything was shut down. So I'm still organizing workshops. I haven't done any workshops for a while. So because I was focusing on YouTube. So that's kind of how it started.
Wow, that's how it started. Really, beautiful journey. I think what I've taken from there is, no matter what you personally are going through, or what you're not so confident about, you still went ahead to do what you needed to do to make sure other people are supported. So you literally didn't even think of yourself.
No, I didn't.
You thought about other people and how you will add value to people. So that is so beautiful. Well done, Jenny. So what inner transformation happened as you shifted from education into coaching?
I saw in education.
Because you used to be in education, so it's like a great shift. You know?
I'm still in education. Actually, I still teach in schools. I still teach. But what I saw a lot of women in pain. I saw a lot of women in their families. They had their families, but a lot of them sacrificed themselves for their families. And there was nothing left for them.
Okay.
So I saw women bringing their children to school, picking them up. They were giving everything to their families, but they themselves were an empty shell. There was nothing for them. So, and I'm still seeing that now. So even though I'm doing Heart of Refuge, even in my workplace, when they come to me, because some of them still come to me. I had women in different schools that I've worked at, they've come to me, and I try to empower them to look after themselves, not to the detriment of their families, because looking after your family is important. Supporting your children, supporting your loved ones, supporting your husband, that's very important. But I believe you don't do that to the detriment of yourself, because you still have value.
Yes.
You still have visions. You still have dreams, and they're important.
Yes.
And there are other women out there who need what you have. So you have to some way get a balance, even though you can't maybe afford to go and do the different things, but start off by going for a walk. Have you time? What is your self-value? What is it that you want to do? Because after a while, your children will grow up and leave.
Yes. And then you become empty.
Right. You're an empty nester. What happens then? You've got to build you. Even if you build you by reading books, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, that's what I did, and I still do it. So there's certain people that I follow on social media. There's certain people that I listen to on YouTube. I'm building me, and that's important because as women, we give everything, and then when we get to a particular age, we're just an empty shell, and that's not good.
That's not good.
You become resentful, bitter. It's not good.
And then you look around you, and all the people you were giving to, they are gone. They've gone to start their own life, and most of the time, that's where divorces happen because, you look at your partner, you're resentful, and your partner also looks at you, and you're no longer who he married because you don't even know who you are. So, and I think that's the age. And if you look at the age of divorce, that is around the time it happens. So you're so right. I think it's good to build your children up, build your family up, but do it side by side so that you are not left, left off.
That's right.
Okay, so what surprised you most about becoming a guide for other women? What are some of the surprises that you have seen from being a guide to other women? Maybe stories you've heard and...
Oh, yes. I think the one thing that surprised me, because I still see myself, even though I'm here with you and I'm doing so many things, I still see myself as that woman with the stutter. So if I'm encouraging a woman about something and she receives it, like with my coaching program, I've got a client at the moment, I will say something to her and you can see a light bulb go off in her eyes light up. Or I'm talking to her and the tears just come down her face. So to me, that's always a surprise because I'm still seeing myself as Jenny with the stutter.
Not Jenny who is making impact.
I'm still in here. I'm still seeing that type of Jenny. So when I'm speaking and I'm seeing her receiving what I'm saying, that always surprises me. It never gets old.
Wow.
Because my journey has been very, very long. And it would take a long time to go through it all. So that's what surprises me.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. You're making an impact in people's lives. Yes. Okay, we're going to go a little bit deeper now. You've worked with a lot of women, right? Women who have faced emotional trauma, spiritual burnout, and even abuse. Where does true healing begin?
It's a few things. First thing is, you are not what you've been through. You are not what people have said you are. And you are not the negatives that you've experienced. So because you've been through the mud, you are not the mud.
Yes.
Because you've been disappointed, you are not a disappointment.
Wow. Yes.
So I try to let them see that what they've been through is out here. It may have affected their heart, but we can work on that. But what you've been through, that's not you.
Yeah.
And to see those challenges as something that you can mix, learn the lessons, discard the rest, and use the lessons to build your life going forward.
Yes, that's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful advice.
Yeah. That's what I try to get them to understand, because they attach the situation and what people have said. They take that as them. And it's not them. That's not you. That's not you. Because I went through some experiences and people tried to say this is, and I'm like, it took me a while to realize, well, actually, no, this is an external experience that has, yes, affected my heart.
Yes.
But that's not me.
But that's not you.
That's not me.
You have to quickly detach
that's right.
that, so that you can then focus on yourself. Because, like you said, a lot of women tend to take that with them.
Right, they do.
And it affects their self-confidence.
Yes.
And, they're like, oh, they said I'm this, I'm not good enough, I'm not. Yes. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's somebody else's opinion of you. And that's one opinion. But why have you taken somebody else's opinion, shaken it, and you've taken it on board? Why?
No.
That's their opinion.
That's true.
Yeah, that's them. That's not you.
That's not you.
That's not you.
That's not you.
Yeah.
That's not you. That's literally the way I think as well.
Yeah.
Because I always think if you put 20 people here, they will all have different opinions of me. So why do I want to dwell on your one opinion of me? Everybody, people see, you can see this color and you ask them what color is that, the person says black.
Yeah.
You ask another person says, it's like a dark brown. So everybody sees things through the lens, that they want to see.
Right.
So that's definitely a good advice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So do you think that the church is doing enough for women who are hurting, women who are divorced, especially? I think let's focus on that. Divorced women. Yes. Do you think, because you're a very spiritual person, do you think the church is doing enough for such women?
For me personally, I don't think so.
I agree.
Because as women, we're carriers. And when a woman goes through divorce, she's not given the support.
Yeah.
And in some instances, the woman is blamed for why the divorce happened.
Most instances, actually.
You don't pray enough. You didn't look after him enough. You didn't do X, Y, and Z enough. All of that.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I believe that the church needs to also look at men need to take responsibility for why their marriage failed.
Yes.
But the responsibility is always put on the woman. And when a woman is divorced, she goes through a grieving period. It's like a bereavement, because she's been with this person for so long. Their souls have bonded. And yes, you can sign the paper and the marriage is over legally, but there's also emotional and spiritual entanglement that needs work.
Yes.
You need to disassociate the soul ties. You need to detach. And the woman is not always helped with that. So she needs to make sure that she has counseling. She needs to take time with herself. She needs to get mentorship if she can get mentorship, but she should be gentle. You have to see divorce as a bereavement and not to get into relationship on rebound.
Yeah.
Work on you. Learn the lessons from what happened and keep it moving. But take the space to work on you. And I believe that there's not enough support for women.
Yeah.
There's not enough.
Yeah, I agree. And I think before marriage, we get all the support. You go for marriage counseling with your partner, you do yours alone. You have maybe your parents telling you, you're going to that marriage, do this, do that, do that. But when there's a divorce, you don't get that.
No.
Nobody gets any preparation for a divorce or even after a divorce. So I definitely agree with you. And I think, the church needs to do more. Personally, as a Catholic, the church is even against divorce. So if you divorce, you're on your own. And there are so many churches like that too, and they're against it. They don't care what is actually happening in that marriage. It's just, you have made this union in the eyes of God for better, for worse. So you have to sort of, remain in it and get on with it. Yeah. How do we redefine healing without toxic positivity?
Whoa, that's a good question. I think you have to re-educate yourself on what is healing for me.
Yeah.
It takes education and it takes research.
Yes.
Because sometimes all we know is toxicity, and we think and we respond to situations based on our toxic past.
And
rebound. Yeah. So for healing, you have to re-educate yourself. Even if necessary, you might have to go to counseling. You might have to maybe do some coaching.
Yes.
You might have to look for mentorship, but you have to research your own, which is what I had to do.
Yeah.
You have to research your own healing. I spent a lot of time in prayer asking God, look, this is what I want.
Yeah.
Show me the path for me that will help me.
Yes.
A bespoke path for me that will help me to heal from what I've gone through.
Yeah.
So I researched a lot, and I went on YouTube, different things, looking at people, women who are speakers, who have the voice that matches what I need here.
What you need, yes.
So you have to research. You have to be willing to invest in your own healing.
Yes.
So which is what I did. So what I did was I stopped buying things. I stopped I stopped doing a lot of things, and I took that money and I invested in my own healing and development.
And now you can enjoy
and now I'm enjoying my life. Yes. Yeah. And that took, maybe that was about 8 or 9 years.
Wow.
But I wanted to do it because if I invest in my healing, then I'm leaving a legacy for my children.
Yes.
I don't want to leave a legacy of brokenness to my children. And I'm still on that journey because none of us are perfect.
Yes.
That journey of healing never ends.
Yes.
But you can leave your children a much better legacy.
Yes.
And you're better able to coach them. You're better able to mentor them. You will leave the world a better person.
Yeah.
Because now, which is something that I really love to do, is if I see a woman in the street, I do it a lot, and now I'm doing it unconsciously. If she's looking like fantastic, I say to her, "You look beautiful.
Yes.
You're looking great. That suits you. That hair."
Yes.
It's like it just comes. It's normal
great.
to me now.
Yes, it's great to do that.
I love to empower, because you don't know what that woman's been through.
Yes.
You don't know what she's going to be having to go through that day. You don't know what her home life is like. It got to a point as well where I would go to church, and the Lord led me to, right, for the next couple of months, I want you to buy a bunch of roses. You bring it into church, and I want you to give it to the woman that I direct you to give it to. So I was like, okay. So I got roses every week for about 2 months. And he would say, okay, go and give it to this person.
Probably
and I go over there.
Any rose for a long time.
One of them I gave, she burst out crying. She said, I was talking to God and I was saying, God, you need to give me a sign that you love me. And she burst into tears.
Wow.
So my healing journey, as I've been going on with it, I'm still on that journey.
Yes.
But the areas of me that I've healed, I want to extend that to other women.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think, Jenny, you said it. If you don't even need to go far, we're going to put Jenny's details as well. You can reach out to her on Instagram, YouTube, and or go to her website. And she's definitely one who will hold your hand through whatever it is that you're currently experiencing and you need help. I've spoken very well and candidly about divorce. How can women recover from the spiritual guilt that comes with being divorced, especially Christian women?
Yeah. You have to recognize and remember, what are your virtues? What are your goals? What is it that you want to do? Because if you're feeling guilt about it, it's because of the social climate that you're within, because people don't realize that different cultures and countries have their own version of self-esteem. And if in your culture divorce is not acceptable and you get self-esteem, then and you get divorced, then that's then you feeling guilt. But that's a social guilt. If you're in an abused relationship and you get a divorce and you're feeling guilty, it's because your society or your culture expected you to stay in it and continue in order to preserve the marriage. But then what happens to you? So you have to preserve you first.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you think a woman should stay with a cheating partner from a Christian point of view? Because as a Christian, you've been told that marriage is for better, for worse. And the day you get married, of course, you take that oath that you stay for better, for worse. So do you think that a woman should stay with a cheating partner?
The thing is, with that, he's broken the vow. Because the marriage vow says, forsaking all others.
All others.
You've broken the vow. You've broken the covenant. Some women stay, they work it out and they stay and the marriage goes on. But if he has done that, then he's liable to do it again. And the thing is, your heart's going to be rebroken. So for me, you've broken that vow. For me personally, I would move on.
You move on. Me too. There are some things that are non-negotiable for me, honestly.
Because as a woman, trust is huge.
Yes.
It's huge.
It's
and if
very,
you
very huge
break it, it's going to take time to rebuild. Some women stay. Some women can work through it. That's fine. But it will take a long time to rebuild the trust.
The trust, yes. I think it really depends on the woman.
Depends.
As well. Yes.
For real.
Yeah. But if it's something you're willing to stay and take on, because if you forgive the first time, you're forgiven and it's going to happen again. Most people that have been cheated on, they've been cheated on more than once, even more than twice. So you have to then decide if it's something you want to keep forgiving. For some people, it takes them a while. They have to be cheated up to 10, 20 times. Hopefully you don't get any sexually transmitted diseases. You don't die from it. And but for me, it's non-negotiable. I think it was one of the things I told my husband even before we got married. There are some things to him as well that he's told me is non-negotiable as well. So it's good to have that laid out even before. If you tell him, I don't really mind, and you're opening the door for something like that to happen. So okay. Now, let's talk about something most podcasts avoid to talk about, and that's menopause. Why are women still ashamed to talk about menopause?
Because women's issues are not discussed in the open a lot. And the second thing is that women's issues are not taken seriously. You're seen as somebody, or you're complaining. Why are you like, it's not taken seriously. And the third thing is that there's not a lot of education about it. I think Halle Berry has started some charity or something that's coming forward about menopause, because women's issues are not taken seriously. Even when you're giving birth to a baby and the pain threshold, I've seen some men, they dismiss their wife. Oh, it's not that painful. Then you need to put on that machine that gives you the experience of childbirth. I think women's issues are not taken seriously enough in society. And when a woman does begin to speak up about it, she's put down. So I think it's education. I think people need to be listening to podcasts like these. And I think women need to do more research, and society as a whole need to take their women seriously. We're much more than mothers, wives, etc., which those roles are very important. But we're much more than that. And our bodies are much more than that as well. And it's education.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you coach women through identity shifts that comes with aging?
Wow, that's a good question. I first of all talk about their values. What is it that when you were 20 that you wanted to do? What is it that was your goal, that was your aspiration? So when they tell me that, I said, well, that goal, that aspiration that you had at 20 is still with you now. At whatever age you are, 50, 55, 60, that goal, that aspiration is there. So I said, you need to block out everything, because society has views on women. Social media is very good at telling women how they should be, how they should look, and all of that.
Yeah.
So you take that aspiration and you begin to work on it. Don't compare yourself to other people your age and what. No. Begin to work on that aspiration, that value that you have, and begin to build on it. We're getting older, and as you're getting older, your aspiration, your value should mature with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. So we're back to menopause again. Does menopause change you as a woman?
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
How are some of the ways that it changes you?
I find it, I don't put up with nonsense, because okay, let me change that a bit. Let me reword that. With menopause, obviously your estrogen levels are going down, and there are some, with that comes your tolerance level lowers.
Tolerance to rubbish.
Tolerance to rubbish. Tolerance to nonsense. People who are misbehaving, you have no level of tolerance for them. And I've become a lot more vocal in different areas. So, and I think that's due to some things, but also down to the menopause, because your estrogen levels go down, your tolerance level goes down as well. So, and you're more focused, because usually when a woman goes into menopause, she's realizing that actually I'm this age, how many more years have I got left? So you begin to think about your longevity. So you don't have time for nonsense.
That's a good one.
And you're more focus driven on your goal. You care about leaving a legacy. That's right.
Coach in a time when social media defines worth. How do you help women find real value outside social media?
Not social media.
Yes.
I ask them again, go back to what is here.
Go back within yourself.
Go back to what is here. What is your values? What do you hold dear? What dreams do you have? What visions do you have for yourself? And then I say to them, find people on social media that you can listen to that will support you getting that dream out into the open. Never compare, because the thing is with comparison, which I always say to people, when you compare yourself to somebody, you don't know what that person has been through.
Yeah.
You don't know what they've done behind the scenes to get where they are.
Yes.
You don't know what they've participated in to get where they are. So never compare, never envy.
Yes.
Because you don't know the struggle that individual has gone through to get where they are.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So work on you, get mentorship, get different things that can help you build what you have in here, and you take it from there. But never compare yourself to other women.
Other women. Okay. That's a good one. How do you reconcile the rise of soft life? I'm sure you've heard soft life.
I've heard that.
Culture and the pressure on women to do it all while still looking perfect. How do you reconcile that? You know, of the culture of the soft life, which usually entails women looking like they're in their sweet 16 and still doing it all.
Yeah.
But still remain soft.
That's
a lot.
That's difficult. That's a very difficult thing that men don't have to do.
Yes.
Because we have to be soft, we have to be all of this, and it's very challenging. And I think you have to make sure to have that soft life and to be able to do everything, you have to create time for you. So maybe if it's once a week, once a month, do something that you love to do. Arrange a babysitter or do something if you have children. Get them looked after.
Yeah.
But once a month, you need to invest in you, because when you invest in you, you're better able to minister to those that you live with.
Yeah.
You'll be a better mother, a better wife, a better, whatever sphere you're in, and remain soft. Invest in you. You have to take that time out, because if not, if you don't, you will just remain hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay. What do you want your legacy to be, Jenny? Not as a brand or a life coach, just as a woman. What do you want your legacy to be?
My legacy.
And remember, your children may watch this podcast. So think before you say.
I want my legacy to be that of someone who always had a kind word to say to somebody. Because I believe that I'm a living legacy.
Yes.
So when I say to a woman, your hair is beautiful, you're looking fantastic.
Yes.
I'm leaving my legacy
on
them. So I believe that the way that I speak, the way that I interact, the way that I encourage, when I say something to a woman that empowers her and you can see her face lift, I'm leaving she will forever remember those words.
Yes, forever. Yeah.
Forever. And I'm leaving a legacy in that woman. Okay. So I believe that I'm a living legacy.
You're a living legacy.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah. What's the one thing that you want any woman listening today to the sound of your voice? What's the one thing that you need to start her healing? What do you want her to hear today to begin her healing journey for that woman?
You're worth it.
You're worth it.
You are worth it. Block out the noise, block out what anybody else has said. But I'm here to tell you on this podcast that you're worth it.
Good. I love that. I love that. You are so worth it. You're so worth it. And I think that's what my brand's motto is.
Yeah.
You are worth it. Yes.
Yeah.
Lastly,
sure.
What kind of conversations do you need women to start having more of, especially among Christian women?
Yeah. I need women to have conversations that are honest. Tell the truth. Because you have church statements about certain things.
Yeah.
But you need to tell the truth about what's actually happening with you. And sometimes That can be in a workshop setting, or that can be in a mentorship setting. But you need to tell the truth about how you feel.
Yes.
As a woman.
Open
and
up.
bring that up out into the open.
Yeah.
Don't repeat the church lingo or what the church expects you to say. No, because you can repeat that and you're dying inside.
Yes. And I think
Be
that's what happens
honest.
to a lot of women. They don't say.
They don't.
Maybe they fear judgment as well.
That's right. Because of the social setting, because of the expectations, because of the because of the expectations that are placed on women secretly.
Yes.
In church, there are expectations placed on women to do. And I've seen women burn out. So be honest. If you don't want to do that, or if you can't do it, say so. Okay. Don't pretend and you get burned out and then you're no good to your family, you're no good to yourself. Nobody know.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to add that I didn't ask that you want to quickly add?
No, the only thing that I want to add is that to every woman listening to this podcast, you're worth it. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. Don't absorb the negative statements from other people. If they have impacted you, get help now, because there is a version of you, there's a part of you that needs to come out, and the world is waiting. They need that version of you, so get yourself healed.
That's good. Wow. Well done, Jenny. Let's clap for Jenny. Wow, thank you so much, Jenny. That was so beautiful, so insightful, so inspirational as well. And I just want to thank you for coming on the podcast today. If you are in need of a life coach or just looking to transform your life, please message Jenny. Her details will be below. You can reach out to her on her Instagram as well. She responds to DM very quickly. I always message her. And and she'll definitely help you through whatever challenges it is that you're experiencing. Or if you just need to chat with her, you don't even need to have a challenge. Please reach out to her. She's a lovely person who is amazing at what she does.
Thank you, Ivy.
I just want to say thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of In Her Space podcast. Let us know your thoughts as usual, and give us a follow on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you listen to your podcast. Our next guest is very jaw-dropping, and stay tuned for the next episode of In Her Space podcast. Thank you so much for joining us today, and can we give Jenny one big round of applause again? Thank you so much, Jenny.
Thank you for having me.